the phone idea, since we're under applications, this is the other thing to keep in mind, is this fact you get your news feed this way too. Now that doesn't mean that your phone's going to ring every time somebody puts a news feed on there, but you're able to see what people, once again it shows my news feed from here is now over to here. So I'm out and about, I can read what people are posting. And then when I pull up my Facebook page on here, this tells me if I have any notifications down below that if anything recently happened to my Facebook page. Now it looks like right now there is not much of a there's not much of anything going on. I don't have any notifications, but if there were, it would show down here with like a red number or whatever on my particular phone. And then what I could do is come on. That shows me all my recent notifications. Notifications of like if somebody's, like for instance, Mallory List or Leist just accepted my friend request. Now Mallory, I know Mallory from one of the places I work at. She's a bartender. And therefore I'm getting her active on promoting when she's going to be working to get people to come in to see her. So therefore I went out of my way to make sure I connected with her on Facebook to do that connection. So, and then, once again, this gives me all the same things as you'd see on here with the exception of the advanced friendship connection, but this is another way for me to connect. Now the other thing too is I can do news feeds myself from wherever I'm at, and you'll see, normally you'll see up in the top area, in this case, let's go ahead and go back home. That was quick. Yay. And then okay. So basically what we're seeing now here is, you can see, like for instance, this person right here did an update from her phone, and there's a little phone icon. And that's the same with, where it shows you how it got to Facebook. You got to look at how people, you know, if you're somebody that's going after lists, that you're trying to get as many people as possible on your friendship base, then you're doing what you can to maintain it, but you're not outwardly going to build a relationship with the folks that are following you. You just want to get them on there so they can talk about you. And that's obviously ego, but then again, it's also, like for instance, with the music artists that are on Facebook. They want to shout out that they've got a new song and all this. They're not, even though they are devoted to their fan base, you can only be devoted to so many people before you don't know half the people that are following you. Like, it's great you have 2 million followers, but do you really know 2 million people? I mean, after a while, there's a sense of lack of
diminishing return.
Right.
And that's why I think there's two positive ways that I'm getting from what you're saying to use this. And the first way was kind of like, in my mind, what I did today in terms of putting out what I thought was an interesting message, okay, and trying to interact with a larger group to get them engaged in a thought.
Right.
And the other one is to engage yourself individually with individuals. You know, I'm never going to know even 180 people, let's say, that are my friend list, probably personally. But the more I can engage them through witty, thought-provoking, interesting, interactive banter, the better chance I have of actually developing some sort of discourse with these people.
Correct.
That's meaningful long-term.
And that's exactly it. Well, we've just talked about managing our connections. We're about to go into our next topic for tonight, which is Foursquare. Pros and cons and so forth, but there are more pros and cons with Foursquare. So we'll take a break and come right back.